might actually get trapped here. There's units on from Terran on all sides, and he's going to have huge losses with the Zerglings, so kind of went up there a little bit of an overcommittal, didn't know what he was getting himself into. And now, I mean, let's take a look at the Harvester count, 74 against 62. Both players are bringing in a ton of money. But, you know, I kind of feel a little bit worried for the Zerg. I feel like he needs to establish a 4th base here pretty soon.
Yeah, being down in supply here against a Terran, it's now 128 to 129 for Dream. And although Golden's adding on the tunneling and a couple of infestors are on the way, I'm just not seeing where his advantage lies. He's on even basis with a Terran right now, and I think the unit composition favors MVPDream.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to start his Hive up before even building a single infestor, so wow, really wants to get up to that Hive tech very quickly here, throwing down the Spire as well, indicating that he wants to go for those Brood Lords. And I mean, this is exactly what I was expecting from Dream. I mean, he has Blue Flame Hellions mixed in. He has a big Bioforce. His medevac count is getting high. Some of these units will be surrounded and killed, but there's no way he can push off that ramp into that Bioforce.
Yeah, especially with the Blue Flame Hellions supporting that. In the meantime, we do see a 4th base coming down for Dream as well as for Golden. But this 4th base for Golden is actually very susceptible to these Marines. And there they go. They do see it stimming up immediately, and they're going to be able to take that down and force a cancel.
Yeah, I mean, the Zerg player was considering going in there, but he's going to think better of it. A 4th CC is now being created somewhere for the Terran. Okay, right here inside the main base. So he'll be able to move out and secure that 4th. He just has the Zerg back on his heels the whole game pretty much, and it's like he's not even able to move out of his base, so he's going to be pretty safe to move out and take that 4th here, I think, pretty much whenever he wants. The Zerg does have a ton of infestors out now, though. They are scanned. Dream is going to have to split nicely, and he's doing just that. Oh my god, look at those splits. He's in a perfect concave. Some Fungal's going down, but not really hitting that much. And will this be enough for the Zerg? Most of the Zerglings are falling. He's going to have to retreat. And wow, if he scans him, he can get all the infestors. 1 infestor falls, 2 infestor falls, 3 will fall. And Dream is pushing forward uncontested. He might just be able to kill that 4th once again and possibly even go up here for the 3rd.
Yeah, adding on those Marauders, he already is at 1-1-2-2, about to finish before Zerg 2-2. Right now, those Lings are actually only 2-1, and the +2 melee attacks is just begun. But right now, the Greater Spire is on the way. So some light at the end of the tunnel here for Golden, as he is still down about 30 supply or so against MVPDream, who's still controlling the center. A massive medevac count is growing. Looking at the units tab, it is 32 Marines and 10 medevacs, as well as those 15 Marauders.
And I mean, 2 more are about to pop out. He has another 2 in production. He's going to be going up to 14 medevacs here very shortly. Just insane. And I mean, he has the Marine in place to scan that Zergling Burrow at the 4th, so he can take that out, secure his 4th base here. He's maxed out against a 160 supply Zerg. He is trying to make that transition, but will it be fast enough to get to the Broodlords, or will he just die? There are some various skirmishes going on here around the map, but Dream just seems to be everywhere. Once again, going to come in here, kill the 4th. He's just never allowing his opponent to get a secure 4th. He just can't do it, man. He's not going to have enough gas to really have a nice Broodlord transition.
Dream with his interesting style and incredible control. We even saw that when those infestors were added on, he completely won that battle in the center of the map. And right now, keeping Zerg on a 3-base economy till only that 6 gas. We do see that he's making a good amount of gas here. Look at this,
though, man. Big engagement going to happen here. Dream just always is splitting perfectly, and you just cannot get those Funkles, man. The bio is just so durable. Look at all these medevacs sitting overhead. All the Zerglings are falling, and I mean, things are running so low for the Zerg player. He may be able to force the Terran back, but no, there's just too much bio under those medevacs, and you can see the supplies, 180 to those 125. The Broodlords are trying to morph in, but they're morphing in front of the Marines. 1 Broodlord will fall, a 2nd will fall, and the 3rd base is going to go down. Oh, this is looking so bad for Golden.
Oh my goodness, Zerg now reduced to that 2 base. We see the Corruptors out trying to take down the medevacs, but a lot of units are lifted up and are going to escape. Right now, the supply is 50 in the lead for Dream, as these 3 Broodlords are just not able to defend that base in time. He's still trying to defend here with those Broodlords and the Infestor now, but Dream, such a strong position. That 4th base is a command center right now, probably going to morph into a planetary relatively soon. He even has that sensor tower up, so incredibly safe. Knows if there's going to be any run-bys, and working on 3-3 already.
Yeah, and I mean, Golden was trying to get some harass done here. He had an Infestor in the main, throwing down a couple Infested Terrans. The Infestor was scanned and killed. This is going to net him a number of kills, actually. But still, like, there's these drop harass in the main now. He's dropping Marauders and Hellions. He's trying to get some damage done, just constantly harassing us. There's really no anti-air to be spoken of besides those Queens, because every Corruptor was morphed in the Broodlords. A nice Fungal going to go down on these 2 dropships, though, and maybe net him some kills. But look at this. A massive Bioforce here pushing up into the 3rd. There's only 2 of those Infestors remaining. Dream will pull back because he doesn't have that many Marines. Do you think he's going to start adding on the Vikings? And it looks like it as he's throwing down 2 more starports.
Yeah, he wants to increase that Viking count to deal with the Broodlords, but right now his Bioforce, oh my goodness. And this is exactly what we saw from his series versus Sleep, adding on 3 Ghost Academies at once. He's going to really task that multitasking, start to go into those Ghosts with nukes, and even utilizing Cloak here. And right now we do see a small engagement on the ramp of the Zerg's third as the Marauders splitting so efficiently, drawing some of that fire away from the main units. And every single fungal just has only been able to hit a couple units at once. And these Corruptors not even doing enough. Some units burrowing, trying to stay alive. But the Spore Spear for Dream is just so strong. 3-3 is finished for him as the Lings are only 2-2. So a massive upgrade advantage for him as well. The Marauders are going to be able to DPS down the hatchery. Transfusion is going down. He's definitely trying to keep it alive. But no, it does fall.
And the last of the Broodlords have fallen, man. This is curtains. There's nothing he can do to come back from here. All his Infestors are going to get scanned and killed as well. I mean, he just has nothing left. Down to under 100 supply against 162, a 4 base economy still for Dream. He just cannot be stopped, man. He has Ghosts coming out, Vikings coming out. He will now scan and finish off the last of the Infestors. His last Broodlord that was morphing in was just taken out. All he has is a handful of Lings. There's just nothing he can do to oppose Dream. GG.
Man, MVPDream looking unstoppable in this matchup so far.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if one of these Zergs is just going to go, you know what, it's because of that greedy opening that you're able to just extend such pressure into the mid game. And it was so surprising that Golden wasn't able to actually take a macro advantage going for that third hatch before spawning pool even. And just maintaining the base trade essentially with how many workers each one had, and Dream just coming out ahead on that that engagement.
I feel like he must have felt that you know, throwing out that fast 3 bases was going to force some sort of 2 base push, and he's like, okay, I need to have enough units out, I need to have speed early, I need to get the upgrades going earlier. So you know, he got his gas so much earlier than you see a lot of Zerg players do it, and as a result of that, I mean, Dream didn't even scout. He didn't even care. He just sat back.
He's like, wait a minute, I have 3 orbitals. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, he just in the background, he like out macroed him. He had a better economy. He outgreeded him basically. He was like Scrooge McDuck over there, man, getting all his upgrades, getting the third orbital so fast, and his economy just made him unstoppable. It was like he pushed across. He was never in any danger. He had Golden on his side of the map basically the entire game, and it's like, what can you do against that when there's non-stop aggression and the control is that good? Yeah,
we saw 3-3 finishing before the Zerg. And normally it's the Zerg when they're going for that pure Ling style or Ling Infestor style that is rushing those upgrades, rushing to that super fast hive to start their 3-3. But the fact that he had a 1-1 upgrade advantage over the Zerglings, that was so huge and made such a big difference.
Yeah, it definitely did. The players are ready though, so we can get it going. Should be pretty exciting. We're going to be going into Daybreak here. That will be the pick from GoldenLight. Not that surprising. A great Zerg map. The countdown has now started. Only 5 seconds remaining. I can't wait, man. That was sick.
Dream is 1 game away to getting even further in this bracket right now. This is going to be single elimination, and it is a best of 3. So right now, Golden's tournament life is on the line here.
Yeah, so spawning now in the top right is the blue Zerg. It's GoldenLight. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left, it's the red Terran, MVPDream.
So again, we're going to have to keep close tabs on Dream. I think in most of his series he's gone for that CC first style build, but is Golden going to realize that perhaps he cannot actually compete in terms of the multitasking and the macro game of MVPDream? Is he going to go for something like one of those Roach busts or his Ling Baneling bust?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even like a Roach Baneling timing would have completely smashed what Dream was doing, but Dream is just going to cheese this game, man. He's sending out 2 SCVs. He's going to be doing at least 1 proxy racks, very likely sending out a second unless he wants to get gas and do some sort of tech behind it. But this is going to be pretty scary, and I mean, mixing it up like this is so smart. You know, he just showed the most greedy build possible last game, and now this game he's just going to mix it up completely, and he is going to send out a second SCV, so it will be a double proxy racks.
Oh, such metagaming here going on. Realizing that Golden's probably thinking all about what he could do in terms of trying to punish it into the mid game, or how to.
Oh my God! Look where this drone's going, man.
Oh.
I think he's gonna find it. He's gonna find it. Oh my God, that's so huge. He finds the 2 SCVs. He finds the racks. He should know everything. And from here, Golden should definitely be able to prepare, man. He should be able to do everything necessary. Oh, what is his response? This is so smart. He's sending down 2 extra drones. These barracks are never even going to finish. That is such a good response.
Oh, this is going to be huge, and he's going to know that there's nothing back at MVPDream's base. There's nothing to wall off. No units going to be able to produce.
What can he even do against this now? He's going to lose his SCV building it. The SCV's going to go down here, and he's never even going to complete the racks. The build is completely ruined. He loses both SCVs. He has to cancel. How can he win from here? What?
The racks is canceled, and he has nothing left at home. 13 supply, all in workers. He's going CC first.
Oh my god. This is actually, and it's going to be scouted. Okay, if I'm Golden, 100% throw down gas, Baneling bust. There's no way he should be able to stop it.
Yeah, he's not going to have units for years.
Yeah, he's not going to have a single What? He just canceled his spawning pool. He's going to go for a third. No. Oh god, I don't like that. I mean, I feel like 100% canceling the spawning pool was already half done. He could have just gone and killed him, man. And now he's gonna go for a fast third again. This is allowing MVPDream to have a chance to get back into the game. And you do not want to go. You don't want to do that, man. Like, I just don't understand this decision making at all.
Oh, I would love to hear what's going through his head, man. Because I know I would just be like, all right, let's go to game 3, right there, game 3.
Yeah, I just won. Yeah, exactly. Like. Get on my game. I'm gonna send 2 Banelings. You're gonna have SCVs, and then you lose. But I mean, I'm pained by this, man. I'm really pained by this.
Okay. He is going for the gas, and now he's getting that spawning pool. So maybe he's just gonna wait a couple extra minutes. Maybe wants to get a couple extra drones.
Yeah.
The third base is gonna give him that little bit better mineral saturation, and we have seen builds that just rely on just throwing a ton of Zerglings at your opponent.
Yeah.
And again, without any tech, no factory coming down just yet. How is Dream ever gonna hold off any mass speedling kind of build?
Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea.
It will be definitely rough, but at the same time, it's like I just feel like you never want to give him a chance to work his way back into the game. Dream is so good. He's proven that he has immaculate control. His macro is just off the charts. He's so good, and I feel like he could have just went and ended the game. After having that kind of an advantage, killing off the 2 SCVs, plus forcing the racks cancel, and then he went for a CC first, basically, at a time that's even later than a normal 1-rack CC would have been. So it should just be a free win, but instead he's just going to try to take it into a normal macro game. And if you look, he's not even that far ahead in the worker count now. The second orbital is finished. He's moving out and taking his second base, and it's like there's not really any pressure coming out at all.
And he's even being greedy again, going for that reactor Hellion build. So he's literally expanding after a failed cheese with 2 Marines. And that's going to be it until these Hellions pop out.
Yeah, and he's not even scouting. He's not even checking, and he's going to get away with it again. This is just like, man, if I was watching this guy play 100%, I would be cheesing him.
Look at this.
Oh my god, he's going third orbital. Is this real life? Is this real life? Is this just happening?
Oh my goodness.
Is he going to get away with CC first into 3 orbital off 1 racks after losing proxy racks?
I have no idea. Golden is going to have to do something different in this game. Even with that third hatchery down, he needs to be able to apply pressure here. We've seen Dream just outclass people here once he gets into that mid game, once he gets that greedy opening going, and just utilizing
a lot of links.
That bio control. So we got 10 lings on the way, but I mean, he's stopped mining gas. He's not going to go for Baneling Nest. He's not going to add on any roaches here.
Yeah, and I mean, with perfect control, you can just take out so many lings with the Hellions. And he's going to lose this Hellion, man. That kind of hurts. But he's just droning behind this. He's not really actually planning to go for any sort of sick all-in. And I mean, this bunker is going to be walled off quite a bit here. He can't really engage that. He's going to be able to deny some mining, which is nice. And don't get me wrong, guys. I know some people at home are probably like, he's still ahead, idiot. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know, he's ahead. But I feel like he could have just taken a free win. So that's the only reason we're kind of harping on that. Because I would have loved to see him just get that. And then I think it would have been pretty easy for Dream to go on tilt after something like that,
Yeah, sometimes it's
riskier
to let your opponent continue to be in the game.
Yeah.
Now we see the Hellions out actually doing a little bit of damage on those Lurglings, and he actually is going to be able to clear his own watchtower. But right now, looking at the Harvester count, Golden is jumping to the lead. He's about 15 supply ahead, 47 Harvesters to 32 SCVs. But again, he's not really teching at the moment. He's finally adding on those extra gas, but he's actually making spine crawlers here. And I think that if he had done something a little bit more aggressive, he could have just shut down any kind of aggression that Dream wanted to put on.
Well, Dream's micro is actually out of control with his Hellions. He's microing individual Hellions on 2 fronts perfectly. I don't even think you're allowed to do that. That's like
I'm pretty sure that if you see that like that, you should report that for hacking and stuff.
Because it's actually impossible. He's actually that good. But he is going to go in here with 4 Hellions. There is a spine crawler and some queens. available, plus the Zergling support, so he shouldn't really be taking any damage from this. We have 2 Evo chambers going down here at the natural for Golden, so he's going to start those upgrades up. But I mean, Stim is almost done. 2 medevacs are about to top. We have 2 eBays going down for Dream. This looks like a standard game. He's not even that far behind. I mean, he is a bit down, obviously, in the supply, but it's not an insurmountable lead by any means, and he's moving out his 3rd orbital, and it's just like, he just seems to be the greediest person ever, but he can get away with it for some reason. Maybe it's just the fact that he's such an intimidating player to play against?
It must be the control. I guess he must feel that